Aren't you Hallie Flanagan?
Yes, Mr.
Beaver. I'm a Beaver.
Beaver. Mr. Beaver, what can I do for you?
Well, I'm completely embarrassed, but I heard you'd be here today, and I'm a playwright, and I've written a children's play. It's called Revolt of the Beavers, and I want to know if you'd read it.
Absolutely. You have to fill out submission forms.
Oh, I did. They're all inside. It's got great music. I'd be happy to play it for you. I'll be back.
They say, okay, we want to do what you do. I say, fine, take 30 years, do nothing else, and then maybe. I'm not a teacher. I'm an entertainer.
What's the problem?
Mr. Crickshaw works at the Vaudeville Project, and he's complaining about the policy there.
I'm supposed to tutor two no-talents. It's impossible.
Mr. Crickshaw, we were hoping that you would introduce young people to vaudeville and encourage them to take it up and prolong its life.
Prolong its life? Vaudeville will be around long after you and your communists are.
Hallie, you have a meeting. Two Chinese gentlemen in native dress came by last night. Want you to start a Chinese theater. Very polite. They'll come again. Also, you got a call yesterday saying that we can't hire an elephant for the Brooklyn circus.
Why not?
They're not eligible for relief.
Hallie.
Welcome home. How was your trip?
Great. I have wonderful things to report.
Did you hear about the elephant?
Not eligible for relief.
Also, there's a guy in a squirrel outfit been hanging around trying to see you.
Beaver.
What?
He's a beaver, a playwright.
Oh, playwright.
Also, there's trouble in Minnesota. Seems an ex-fan dancer auditioned for the Federal Theater there.
Fan dancer.
Burlesque takes her clothes off, you know. Anyway, so she auditioned. She doesn't get the job, but the papers run a photo of her saying the Federal Theater is now employing strippers.
Oh, Pierre.
Hello, darling. I trust you're not too tired from tour in the USA?
Oh, Pierre, I have seen such great theater. So inspiring.
Have you heard the rumors?
About the stripper?
Stripper, no. People from Washington snooping around our files. All this talk about Congressman dies.
Dies, isn't death?
Something about a subcommittee?
No, it's news to me. Hello, everybody. Theater's touring show, Broadway Bandwagon, rolled into Peoria last night, and for 2 hours, gaiety and glamour obscured thoughts of drought and other financial worries. Peoria Star. They performed Dubuque, Waterloo, Eau Claire, Sheboygan, Wausau, and Wisconsin Rapids, and I saw it in a high school in Manitowoc. 3,000 students seeing their first play with live actors. It was very exciting.
I just got a letter from the director of the Portland, Oregon project. Their debut was a resounding success, sold out shows every night.
Denver's a week away from opening Rake's Progress. That'll be Colorado's debut.
It can't happen here?
Oh, it is happening. It can't happen here as a steamroller. We have a commitment from the Detroit project.
Also, the Seattle Negro Company's in.
And Brooklyn is doing a version in Yiddish.
21 productions of It Can't Happen Here in 17 states. Same play, all opening on the same day.
Great.
A national theater, Hallie.
Birmingham, Boston, Chicago, Detroit, Newark, Bridgeport, Yonkers, Staten Island, Tampa, Worcester, Cleveland, Los Angeles, Minneapolis, Indianapolis, Tacoma, Denver, Miami, Omaha, Seattle, San Francisco, Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Kansas City.
And we strip it, and we clip it, and we stack it, and we pack it, and we work.
Bravo! I think children are going to love this. When can you start rehearsing?
Tomorrow.
Rose, will you put these two beavers in motion?
All right, we're opening. You can't be late. Mr. Hopkins will be there.
Ask Carrie for more money, Hallie.
Oh, my darling.
Hi, Harry, welcome.
You know Paul Edwards?
Yes, hello.
Hello, Hallie. I'm sorry I'm late. Bridge work negotiations.
Plus Roosevelt is treating you well.
Juggling 3 agencies, the bureaucratic wonder, Harry Hopkins.
Everything from cleaning children's teeth to controlling mosquitoes.
Harry, what are these whispers I'm hearing about Congressman Dimes?
Whispers, it's a roar. He announces tomorrow a committee to investigate communism in the WPA.
Oh, dear. Why didn't you tell me?
I'm telling you, un-American activities, he calls it. I wouldn't worry. Dies is a blowhard. This is just a bunch of politicians looking for headlines.
Well, I think it is terrific, Jack.
Thank you.
Mark, you have written something groundbreaking here. Never before, to my knowledge, has an American musical dealt with content and social issues and dramatic themes. You are reinventing musical theater.
Wow, thank you.
Orson,
Yeah.
don't over-design this. Keep it pure and keep it simple.
You have my word, Madam Flanagan.
I'll be checking in.
Congratulations, Mark. Auditions are tonight at 6.
Auditions are tonight
Score
at 6.
will be left with the pianist if anybody wants to learn the songs. Augusta, you make reservation at 21?
Yes, Orson.
Jack, Mark, come with me. Madam Flanagan, will you join us?
At 21? Whew, it's too rich for my blood. I can see the headlines now. Civil servant dining at 21 on your tax dollars.
Oh, perils of officialdom.
Being investigated by Congress. We can't do this play, Hallie.
Why not?
Greedy industrialist is brought down by the working man.
It's pro-union, yes, but so is our audience.
Stage full of marching workers trample the capitalists.
They don't trample him.
It's an attack on capitalism.
Not at all. It's an attack on greed. It's a good play, it's funny, it's moving, and the music is great. It's not Freddy.
I see.
The Federal Theater is teaching poor people to hate and possibly murder rich children.
This is ridiculous.
Well, I'm stunned. It's so absurd, it's funny. The Revolt of the Beavers is a fairy tale.
What about the guns, Hallie?
Oh, they don't shoot the big fat beaver, they just kick him out of Beaverland. So what does that say?
Class war.
It's a fairy tale.
Big fat beaver is a big fat capitalist.
The big fat beaver is a bad big fat beaver. He is a greedy beaver. He's a bad beaver. Got some personnel.
Well, 20%.
That's 3,000 people out of work.
Effective immediately. Because of the cuts and reorganization, any new play, musical performance, or art gallery is prohibited from opening before July 1st.
This is an outrage.
I know
Our
this.
train leaves in 20 minutes.
Well, we'll be down in Washington for 2 days. Can't this wait till I return?
No, this has gone out to all projects already.
Train is the last one.
I play by the book.
Of course you do, Paul, but you should at least give me the chance to deal with the directors personally.
Hallie,
Good
please.
Lord, Cradle will Rock opens tomorrow.
Oh, Cradle Rock opens tomorrow?
Does that mean the opening is canceled?
Well, I'm afraid it does.
That
If
is
we
just
miss this train,
downright
you will be
disgraceful
unable to appear
behavior.
before the
Rose, get me
committee.
Jack
I must
House now.
insist with them
Urgent. I
leave.
have to talk to Jack.
There isn't time.
I'll call Mr. Hausman and explain everything.
Let's go.
Now, you better get going. Don't be late.
Paul Edwards couldn't reach Jack Houseman last night. He's trying again today.
I'll keep on top of that. We have to reassure Jack that we will find a way to do his show.
They're chomping at the bit for you.
20% cuts, Harry. I had no warning.
Temporary measure, a stopgap. A cash flow problem. We'll get the 20% back, Hallie.
Can I hold you to that?
Yes.
Who testified last night?
Hazel Huffman, a real nut case. Well, she got good headlines, though. Most of the press is so bored of this committee, they just bite the bait and print the highlights. They'll all be coming back for you, though, Hallie.
I'm honored.
Not to put any pressure on you, but a good showing today would undoubtedly help.
I order